Hey y'all, I know y'all like, what is this woman doing? Well, I'm just checking in because it's Saturday. It's hot outside. And I mean, it's hot outside. I went outside and I wasn't out there that long before I came back in. So I'm just stopping in and check and see how everybody's doing today for Saturday. Are you staying hydrated? You need to. Make sure you drink plenty of water and all that good stuff. That's important. I'm actually enjoying my ice cream, my favorite. Can't even get it right. Okay. Vanilla Swiss almond ice cream. It's a beautiful thing. Now, I had washed my hair and I was getting ready to play a little bit of makeup. So I just wanted to stop in and check and see how everybody's Saturday is going. Hopefully everybody is, like I said, staying hydrated, staying in the shade, staying out the sun. I hope your air conditioners are working. Make sure you all drink plenty of water. Plenty of water. And if you get too hot, find you a cool place to get in because it's hot, hot. And I'm not complaining about the heat. I thank the Lord for the heat. But we have to be a little cautious in the heat, especially those who don't drink a lot of water. We like to drink a lot of pop. So make sure that you stay hydrated in this heat and all that good stuff. Make sure your kids stay hydrated as well in the middle of this heat. I finally got my laptop back, which is a good thing. So, um, and then I know somebody might watch this on replay. I thank Elonda for calling to check in on me. She's such a sweetheart because, when you try to do things um, that God has given you to do, sometimes people can say things that kind of knock you off of your square a little bit. And it makes you start to wonder and question why you're doing what you're doing, even though you know you've been instructed to do what you do. But we know people can be mean, they can be cruel, and some is intentional and some of it is unintentional. And so what somebody said to me kind of shook me a little bit. And I'm not gonna lie about it. It shook me a little bit because here I am trying to do what I was instructed to do, trying to highlight, women in business. And, some of the responses you get sometimes, people think that you're actually looking for something from them. And I'm not. My reward will come from God. My blessings will come from God. I'm not looking for nobody to pat me on the back. I'm not looking for none of that. Because when you know that God has given you a task to do, it is your job to make sure you follow through on that task. He's not telling you to do something just to tell you to. Everything he tells you to do has a purpose. And sometimes we don't listen, we don't pay attention, and we ignore and we think we have all the answers. But nothing that you start off doing that's fresh will start off running right. Anything you start to try to do from the beginning to the end, there are going to be some bumps and some bruises along the way. You're going to learn as you go. And everybody's not going to like what you do. But, as I was as I was talking to Ilana today, it's sad that some of us have become individuals that we're like crabs in a barrel. If I see you trying to elevate yourself or if I see you trying to move forward or make something out of your life, I don't care how bad your past, I don't care how bad whatever happened in your life, you can make better choices. You can still live a better life, even with things that happen in your life. And sometimes we say things, and I don't think we really understand the impact that it has on someone's life when we say what we say. And there are people out here that will take advantage of your kindness or try to use it to their benefit. I get that. But again, as I've said, when God instructs you to do something, you can't worry about what nobody say. You can't worry about what nobody do, because he already knew you was going to get to that point on the bridge where what they say and what they did was going to cause you to pause or step back for a little bit. But as we get older, as we grow, our goal, our purpose should be to uplift each other. I don't understand the negativity. I don't understand the jealousy. Um, Everybody has their own path to walk. Everybody don't possess the same gift. And everybody can't do the same thing, even though it may be the same thing. Everybody can't do that. Um, we're so critical sometimes. We're so mean, nasty, and evil to one another. We don't want to help nobody. And I was just saying, you know, the sad part to us as women is what I think, and I'm not saying all women, is we say we want better, we say we want to do better, but do we really? And whatever we want, whether starting a business, whatever it is your purpose or your goal is, you have to start from somewhere. And success does not happen overnight. It's a process. Everything you do is a process. But the question is, do you want to work toward that process? That's the question. Then I was talking about uh, the music. You know, I was talking to somebody about the music, the lyrics that some of the popular rappers they use, and how they degrade women and call them all out their names, and I don't like all rap, especially when it's taking a woman and degrading her, because you have to realize that male has a mother, has a grandmother, maybe a sister, a auntie, a female cousin, a female friend, a female coworker. So we allow fame to dictate where we going, how we going, what we should say, how we should say it, and we lost the respect. Where is the respect? In those lyrics, when you start calling a woman a B out of her name, I can't get with that. I just can't. But see, that seems to be the music that sells the most, and I don't understand. Just like um, opening doors is not a popular thing anymore. You know, nobody want to open doors, and we come outside any kind of way. And I know it was a real big thing when Monique talked about going outside with hair bonnets on. And I'm telling you, if you would just take a look around, you know, our grandmothers and our mothers, um, I'm from the 60s, would have a stroke if we went outside a certain way. That was not accepted. And if you don't think of yourself better than that, who else going to think for you? You have to think more of yourself than anybody else. And whether we realize it or not, where we go, we're a marketing board. We're a walking marketing billboard. What we put on, how we dress, how we talk, whatever. And I'm saying it to say, because I was in Walmart a couple of weeks ago, and the young lady came in, her and her boyfriend was cuffed up. You know, she had her arms doing, she had on some booty shorts, all her booty spilling out the bottom and the back, but she didn't have on a bra. And now she wasn't a woman that had small breasts. She wasn't. Her breast was hanging on her stomach. And for me, that's just, you shouldn't, you should come out like that. You should represent yourself better. And I understand sometimes you want to run out to the store, things happen, but certain things I'm not wearing outside. I'm not wearing my PJs outside. I'm not wearing my house shoes outside. You wear it outside, and then you come back home, and all this dirt that's flying around in the air, and then you crawl back in your bed with them same pajamas that you had on outside. And so some of us, we get mad when certain things are brought to our attention, and I don't understand the reasons why. If I love you, if I care about you, you are my friend, I consider you my sister, whether we have the same mother or not. My purpose and my goal is to look out for you. I should be able to come to you and say, sister, friend, this is not something that you should wear outside. This is not becoming to you. So what happened? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm from that era that we just didn't come outside any kind of way. My great aunt, when she went outside, even to the doctor or the grocery store, and she was born in 1918. So you know that's way back when. She would come outside. That's when Mohawk was the Mohawk was the Macy's in Chicago. And when she would go to the doctor, when she would go to the grocery store, whatever, that lady had on a hat, she had on gloves, she had on a dress, stockings, and heels with a nice purse. And this is where she went everywhere with. She did not step outside looking any kind of way. And so that's what we grew up seeing. Now we see that times have changed, they have evolved, and we see people coming out with no bras on, knowing that your titties is not sufficient to walk outside with the street sweeper just sweeping across your belly. You come outside. I saw a girl with booty shorts on. You saw the panties up under the booty shorts, and then the booty came from behind the panties. And we have friends. We walk past mirrors, and we okay. We leaving in weave in our head way beyond the time. So much so that the tracks are rising up. And I don't know what is it. And then when we carry ourselves a certain way, then when the man don't respect you, you have an attitude. But why? I'm not understanding why. Why you have an attitude? You're a walking billboard. That's what you are. You're a walking billboard. So if we don't respect ourselves, nobody else will. Bottom line. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I get it right all the time. But I just want us to be better. So much better than what we are. And it's not to beat up on anybody. I'm not trying to beat up on anybody. I want us to just be better. You know, we can accomplish. Women multitask. We do a lot of things at one time. Get it done. We fuss, but we get it done. We know how to multitask to get things done. But once we put our mind to something, and when we don't allow nobody else to detour us from what we know we can do, we can succeed and we can be successful. I hope and pray that we get to where we can be more supportive. And I'm not saying women are not supportive. In our culture, I don't think we as supportive as we could be. Like I said in other streams, 5 of us can sell t-shirts. But what God has given you to sell t-shirts is not what he's given me. Even what goes on the shirt is going to be different. And so don't think that we all can't sell t-shirts, because we can. But we allow people to get in our ear to deter us from, what we've been instructed to do. We don't have faith in ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves. And we want success quick. We want it very quick. And success is not quick. Respect starts at home. Not, yep. It does. Respect starts at home, and respect is earned, it's not free. That's true. And so, but do we really know what respect is? Do we really know what a true friend is? Do we really know how to forgive and let go? Do we know how to really live our best lives? Do we know who we are as an individual? Or are we still trying to find ourselves? Are we? I don't know. These are some questions that I'm asking because, when you sit in conversations and you see women, you have to wonder, what is it? Where did we fall off at? And we just okay with some. We had a conversation this morning um, about, men and how they approach women and how some men approach women so disrespectful. My niece was talking about, men approach her because, she's heavy up top, which is a family thing. I just want to lay on your boobs. What kind of conversation is that? But then I thought about, some of us allow that conversation, even the pictures that's being sent. Now, if I don't know you, we're not in relationship or whatever it may be, why are you sending me a picture of your private parts? I don't want to see your private parts. That's a turnoff for me. I'm not impressed by that. Get to know me as a person before you take that to that level. Because I find that to be very disrespectful. But some of us have allowed that to be the norm. And so these men feel like, and this is my perception, if one woman will accept it, the other one will. But because she accepted, don't mean I'm accepted. That's not something that I like. That's not something that I care about. Talk to me and come to me in a correct manner. I'm not accepting anything. I'm not dealing with anything because I think I'm worth better than that. And so I think some of us have set the tone that we allow certain things to happen, and then um, when they don't feel like that you complying to what they want, then they want to call you out your name, and that's not cool. That's not cool. So if you have somebody in your life that they're disrespectful, that's not a cool thing to be at all. That's not cool to be disrespectful to anybody. And like I said, you wouldn't want nobody to be disrespectful to your mother. And a lot of times when these men are being disrespectful, they forget that they have daughters. And see, if somebody turned around and did it to their daughters, then they would have an attitude about how somebody is treating their daughters. And that's just not cool to me. It is not cool whatsoever. So I don't know. So maybe y'all can help me. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just want us to be better and stop accepting things that we don't have to accept, bottom line, because we are the controller of what people will and will not do to us. We control that. If the relationship is not working, it's not working. If he don't know how to be respectful to you, then don't continue to deal with that. But I just want us to be better. Like I say, when I do what I do, I don't ask anybody for anything. I don't. And what people don't understand, when you're doing stuff like this and you're streaming live, you have to have software. You have to have cameras. You have to have lighting. You have to have all these different tools. But nobody realized that all these things cost. It's not cheap to start a business. It's not cheap to protect a business. And a lot of us, and my purpose and my goal is to keep us abreast and make us aware so we can make better choices and better decisions. But we'll follow somebody that's doing something ratchet, all the cussing and all the fussing. Some of us think that's okay. That's cool, live streaming. But is it really? What are you really getting from that? How is it helping you to have a better quality of life? Are they providing you information that will empower you to be better? Are they providing information that will cause you to look at yourself and say, maybe I could have handled that a different way? Or maybe I could have looked at that situation in another way. And then when you start looking at numbers, because a lot of people look at when you're streaming, they look at, well, you don't have a large following, but it's not the following. See, God make the numbers count. I don't care what they look like. He make the numbers count. You never know. All it takes is one person. That's it. You can have 100,000 individuals on there, but are they really tuning into what you're saying, or did just they click something that they like on that day, or maybe you posted something and they was like, okay, this is really nice, I like this. You don't know that. And then these numbers across these platforms are not accurate anyway. So when you focus on the numbers, you lose sight in what you're really trying to do. It will come if it's genuinely from your heart. It's going to come, but you have to know you can't weigh on it. You can't think about it, because if you constantly look at the numbers and you see like 2 or you see like 3, you be like, well, maybe I'm not making an impact. I've always said when I started this, if I made a difference in one woman's life, I was okay with that. Just one. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, because I'm still doing what God told me to do. And if he told you to do something, it ain't about what nobody else think. He has a purpose, and he's going to get you where you need to be. You may not understand it at that time, but everything that happens and God tell you to do something, he see way further up the road than you do. So we put our weight in what people say and what people think. What you should put your weight in is what God knows, because he knows more than what we see. And I say this, you got to have faith. If he puts something on your heart and you know it's something for you to do, it weighs heavy on you, and you know it's something to do, trust the process. He didn't say the road was going to be easy. He didn't say you weren't going to have no stumbling blocks, no stepping stone. He didn't say none of that. He gave you a direct order for something for you to do. Now, for me, it took me 2 years to actually do what I'm doing now, because I didn't want to do it. I built, like I said, I built a whole website, finished it. As soon as I finished it, I was ready. He said, scrap it and start over. So guess what I did? I scrapped it and I started over. It may not seem, it may seem like it's a lot of work to redo something, and it is. But whatever the reason is, that he tells you to do what you need to do, do it. Again, what you can't see. So when you're driving, and I made this analogy once before, when you're driving and you're going up a slight slope, but then there comes a curve that goes steeply around the road. Here is where your trust factor come in. Do you get out the car, walk to the point of the curve to make sure that the street is around, the road is still there, or do you continue to drive it, believing and trusting that that road is around the corner? And hopefully the choice is you continue to drive, believing that that road is around the corner. That's what God wants you to do when he gives you something to do. Trust it, because he can see way around, further around the curve than you can. When we get in our car, do we stump on the ground and make sure that the ground is stable enough to stand on? No. Do we check and see if the brakes are going to work? No. We get in the car, we crank it up, put it in reverse, and we back, and we going on about our business. We don't know if nobody loosened our tires. We don't know none of that. We just don't know. And so the same trust factor, and without thinking about it, that we do in our everyday life, is the same kind of trust factor, and without thinking about, is what God wants us to have for him. That's all I'm saying. And so I believe in my heart that whatever he got in store for me, I'm gonna get it. I'm standing on that without any shadow of a doubt. Matter of fact, just recently, um, a door opened that I'm going to a meeting on the 1st. So you don't know where your blessings are coming from. Don't knock the small things. See, we so good at knocking the small things. We just want to bypass the small things and we want to jump to the big things. But sometimes God has to teach us how to be appreciative of where we at so we can be more appreciative of where he take us to. So whatever it is that you think is minute to you, be thankful for that minute step because he has something greater in store for you, whatever it may be, whatever your heart desire, he knows. He knows that. So we have to understand that he knows and don't question it. Don't doubt it. Yes, again, is the path smooth? No. We stumble, we fall, we trip, we do all that stuff. But Donna McClurkin say we fall down, but we get up. So if you fall down, get back up. That's all I'm saying. Get on back up. Don't stay there and waddle in it. That's all I'm saying. You ain't got to waddle in it. It is what it is. It's called life. Life. You're gonna have some good days, you're gonna have some bad days. But the thing is, what are you learning from what you go through? That's all the purpose. That's what it is. So I'm just saying. So I didn't want to keep y'all long. I'm finna playing some makeup. Um I watched a stream last night. You know, I like watching videos. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm finna playing some and I saw the colors that she did. So I'm gonna do my due diligence and, play a little bit. But I just wanted to stop by and have a little conversation. Keep the faith. Don't let what others say to you deter your progress or stop you in your tracks. Some people, when they see you're going places and they don't know how to get there, but they want you to stay stuck where they at, they plant little seeds of doubt in your mind to try to keep you where they at. And that's not, God didn't tell you to stay there. He told you to move over on the next square over there. So he didn't say stay on the starting square. He said step up to the next square. So if God tell you to move from the starting square and move to the next square, that's what you should do. Not listen to the person over here. Listen to what he's telling you to do because he's trying to get you where you need to be. And a lot of stuff, our stumbling blocks is because we don't know how to let go. We don't know how to cut the umbilical cord of things and we hold on to things. Yes, people do things. Yes, things happen in our life. Yes, we don't always have the finances. But if you stay persistent and you keep your eyes on the prize, you will get there. Do you think most of these millionaires and billionaires started at the top? No, they started in their garages, in the back of their cars, and everywhere else. The key is they stayed persistent. Even when, and you heard Tyler Perry's story all the time. He had 1,001 no's. But then one time he got a yes. He got a yes. So we put our weight on the no's. We put our weight on it's not time yet. We put our weight on I don't think this is a good idea, for you to do. And we put our weight on, well, who do you think you are that you should start this business? Well, I'm a child of God. So if I tell him something I want to do, and he tell me you go ahead and do it, then that's what you need to do. Go ahead and do it. Because he'll make the way for you. He'll clear the path, cut down the weeds, clear the bushes, clear the trees, and move people that's in your way out of your way. But we have to keep our eyes on the prize. We have to stay prayed up. And then you have to be around like-minded individuals. When people don't want nothing, they don't want to do nothing, they don't want to be nothing, their ultimate goal is to keep you where they at. A lot of us could have been so much further than what we are if we had a push past what people said we could not do. We learned some things, but how long you going to keep sitting on what God told you to do? And you can't keep complaining. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of depending on this person's job. I don't work nobody else's job. He's giving you something. He's giving you a gift. He's giving you an idea. He's giving you a book. He's giving you a clothing line. He's giving you a woman's workshop. He's giving a mentor program to you. And you're still sitting on it, complaining. Nobody's going to bring nothing to you. And if something comes to you, I wouldn't want it. You need to work for it. Then you appreciate it more. If you never been broke, you wouldn't know what it's like to have some money. You can appreciate when you get some money. When you've been broke, that's why when people get them income tax checks, they've been broke most of the year. When they get them income tax check, they go ahead and spend it, but they're spending it on the wrong thing. See, a lot of people out here who have started business, and I learned this too by listening to everybody. I'm not saying I know everything because I don't, but I do listen. A lot of people have started businesses, had great ideas, and somebody came along and snatched it. They got a cease and desist letter in the mail because they didn't cover themselves. You got an idea, a business, make sure you cover yourself. And when I'm saying cover, I'm talking about your music, your clothing line, your ideas, your patent your stuff, trademark your stuff, copyright your stuff. Do all that to make sure that you are covered. Because there are people who sits out here, want you to do the leg work, and they want to collect the benefits. So do some research. You can find out for yourself. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right. So I just wanted to say that. And I'm going to go ahead and do these eyebrows right quick. And then I'm going to move on to this eyeshadow and stuff. And you all enjoy your Saturday. Make sure y'all, my family lab, bump up your system with this COVID virus out here. Get your vitamins in order. Make sure your kids take your vitamins and everything. Wash your kids' hands, wash your hands, and everything else. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Have a good Saturday. Stay hydrated now. Bye-bye.